Ooh, we're live.
Are
we live?
We're live.
We're live. Sweet.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going, everybody? I hope everyone's doing very well and having a fantastic evening. Jake and I have worked on an intro.
Who doesn't love a good intro?
Who doesn't love a good intro?
Let's rock it.
As you can see, my face is white because I want to see how this thing operates. Oh, God, yeah, my face is pasty. I'm just going to cut that off. Oh, my God, it's so pasty. All right.
I got my snack. I'm going to watch this video.
Let's go ahead and roll this clip. Yo, I'm still never going to get sick of that.
I love it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Brick at Night. I'm one of your hosts, Kennard, and joined alongside me, as always, is the most handsome man in the world with the best biceps, Lego Jake 3. Chewing on what I think is candy?
No, it's a cheese stick.
It's a cheese stick? Okay.
I have to eat soft food. I didn't share this last week, but this is my luck. So it's Halloween last week, right? Very exciting day. I love candy. I'll probably be diabetic one day. I love candy. I don't care. I took a bite into the first piece of candy in the night. I kid you not. A little a now and later. So it's taffy. And as I'm biting, I'm like, something's hard in here. Like, what is it? I don't mind. I go about my evening. I'm driving to my sister's house, and I'm like, my tooth hurts. Half my tooth is missing because I ripped out half my tooth on the now and later and had to get an emergency crown put in, and it still hurts. So I'm eating soft cheese.
Dude, you're an idiot. What?
Now and later. I was like, I enjoyed it now, and then I paid $1,000 for a crown later, and I'm getting the crown put in on Monday.
Oh,
Fun
no.
times.
Dude, that sucks. That really sucks. But we're not here to talk about a crown. We're here to talk about a very special guest who's joining us this evening. All the way out in, where'd you go for your bachelor party?
We're going to call it the Greater Phoenix area.
The Greater Phoenix area. Fantastic. I'm doing the introduction since Jake is very scared to. I'm just kidding. This man is a collector of many Star Wars collectibles, spanning from Lego to even just giant terrain
Beautiful
vehicles.
toys.
Beautiful toys. Adult
collectibles.
There you go. Let's not call them toys. But he's waiting out there in our virtual lobby right now. This man has a vehicle as a part of his name. You've seen him on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. It's Max, AT-AT.
Hello.
I really thought you'd be like, hello there.
Right. Hello there.
Do we need like a mulligan? Just like cut you off?
Mulligan, kick him out.
Hold on, wait. Let's try this again. Max, AT-AT.
Hello there.
He said it. He did it. He said the phrase.
Your move.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna spin this thing.
Yeah.
Start spinning it and start whacking walls. What's up, buddy?
AT-AT. I'm doing good, just sitting here with my lovely collection behind me.
So I want to end a little debate here because I think this is just a great way to start off the episode. Do you pronounce it AT-AT or AT-AT?
I always prefer to call it AT-AT to me because it's a lot easier for me, and I have said it once, and it just sounds weird to me a little bit. And I understand like the phrase goes back all the way to the 80s when The Empire Strikes Back came out, but honestly, I always preferred AT-AT. I always preferred AT-AT.
And then here's a bonus question: do you know what AT-AT stands for?
All-terrain armored transport.
Sweet.
I
just want to make sure he knows his stuff.
I know he knows.
I'm about to say, if he didn't know what AT-AT stood for, we were going to have a big problem.
A big, massive problem.
It's like a big, massive problem. It's like, so do you know what AT-AT stands for?
I already forgot.
That's
All terrain attack tank.
At the Alderaan Terrarium.
All the attack tanks, you know?
Exactly.
attack tanks.
Got someone in the chat.
Thanks,
I mean-
Bob Nuts. Thank you. You're not gonna beat Maxon.
And AT-AT knowledge. I
Hey,
mean,
Bob
we
Nuts,
talk a lot of
screenshot
Star
that.
Wars on this. Max might have us on the Star Wars knowledge sometimes, you know?
oh yeah, no,
He's out there playing Battlefront all the time. He rewatches the movies like every other month sometimes, I feel like.
when he
Well-
goes live on TikTok, I hear the soundtrack. I hear the musical
Oh, yeah.
scores of the movies. I'm just sitting there like he's either watching it or he's actually listening to the soundtrack on like Spotify.
Well, we listen to the soundtrack on YouTube.
Oh.
We go live.
And no, on if you go to Spotify and play any of the Star Wars soundtracks, there's a lightsaber at the bottom that uses itself as a audio track.
Really?
So depending on like the minute mark, I thought you were about to check it right now. I was like, that's pretty funny. But if you play a Star Wars track on the computer, a lightsaber will pop up at the bottom and it will keep track of the song.
Really?
You don't
Yes.
say.
Might have to listen to some Star Wars soundtrack later.
Right? On
Like he
Spotify.
doesn't all the time.
Even when I'm like traveling, I'm like 10,000 feet up in the plane. I'm listening to like Battle of the Heroes, just going to Disney.
I mean, it's a
Oh,
good
man.
song.
Yeah.
I think on the way to Disney, the first trip my wife and I took, I was listening to film and TV scores, and when we were getting into Disney World, I played the Boba Fett Book of Boba Fett theme. It's so catchy.
It is.
I was-
It really is.
It's more catchy than the show.
It is more.
I'm a bit neutral on the show.
It wasn't terrible, but it could have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely could have been. It turned into the Book of the Mandalorian, and then it's just went. It tried to go back, and then it really just went off topic.
Yeah. I thought that.
Like
I
a,
thought that
like,
Mandalorian
you know, maybe a little
season 2
revenge at
55.
Han or something. Like a little. You kicked me in this pit, Luke. I'm not really a big fan of you. No, I'm good. We're just not even going to talk about it.
Yeah, just. I remember that happened.
But no, man, dude, we're super excited to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
I think Jake and I were talking about like guests because we were getting into season 5. We're like, dude, who do we want to invite? Jake was just like, what about Max? I was just like, Max does not sound like a bad idea at all. Like, bring him in because I think the last Star Wars person that we honestly had on here was, God, who was it? Beth, yeah. Well,
Yeah, it's Beth.
maybe Galaxy of Bricks, but I mean, just because his name is Galaxy,
I feel like we talked more Marvel with him than Star Wars.
we did. But you know, Beth was our Star Wars. Actually, Beth was our May the 4th day.
It was a very unique episode.
It was a very long episode.
That's PJ, though.
Beth is amazing.
Beth is amazing. She loves your dog.
Yeah, Minnie. Yeah.
Is Minnie there?
No, she's in the other room.
Okay, you're just like, no, Minnie, you can't be in here right now.
If she was in
Dog
here,
people
she would
on this
just be
show.
scratching my leg, scratching at the door.
It's like Minnie would have like all the attention, all eyes on Minnie.
Actually, some of my followers have a nickname for her. They all call her Brown AT-AT.
Brown AT-AT?
Yeah.
Or call her. I mean, what type of dog is Minnie?
She's a dachshund.
She's a dachshund. See, I probably would have pigged her down for an ATTE instead.
little
Just
shorter.
a little shorter, the ATTE.
A little bit longer,
AT-AT.
maybe.
Take the AT-AT, be like a schnauzer or something like that.
Maybe.
Who knows? But no, man. So usually on the show we talk about a lot of different content. I mean, Lego is definitely one of those big ones. Being that we're all Star Wars connoisseurs in our own little ways. You and I have our displays because I've got all the Star Wars like Funkos that I've collected here, and then you have your elaborate collection of not only just Funko, but there's also Lego, and then of course all the different collectibles that are out there.
We're gonna play a game. How many sets do we have in common? Because I know we all have the UCS Cantina. I see right over your shoulder there. You and I both have the Death Star because mine's right here.
I love how the lightsaber is a pointing stick now.
It's a pointer. Obviously, we have this most recent at.
We have. Hold on, wait. Might as well just grab all of our lightsaber pointers.
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon. It's hidden
mine's
behind my PC.
Downstairs, somewhere over there.
Do you not have the Millennium Falcon?
I don't. But I have a little miniature one.
He's an Empire guy. He's not a...
There's a little miniature one.
I'll take the mini. Oh my god, that's adorable.
That's
There's a little miniature one.
Was that a GWP?
No, believe it or not, I actually found it at Target at the Lego aisle. I was walking by, they had like the old poly bags, and I saw that. I'm like, they made a miniature Millennium Falcon, and I grabbed it.
I mean, shoot, how much was it costing on Bricklink? It might cost a fortune. Who knows?
Maybe.
It's like I just unboxed it, and now it's in my thing.
Listen, we all have a bunch of gray bricks. We could build whatever we want out of them.
Yeah, we can build anything we want, can't we? We can build anything we want.
Is that a mock at?
No, that's my little...
That's the toy one.
Yeah,
That's the collectible.
It's a collectible, Ken.
Yeah,
we decided.
My bad. Hold off.
Desana on you. Desana on your cow.
You know what's unfortunate though, and I mentioned this to Jake earlier. I don't have an AT whatsoever. Like I don't have a big AT. The only one I've got is this little guy right here.
That's okay.
You just gotta tell him it's not about the size; it's about the notion of the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's on the microfighter shelf, which is right behind me right here.
Dude, I'm digging the shelving. How long did that take for you to set up?
The shelves?
Yes.
They don't take that much to put together. One shelf took actually this long shelf right here that's kind of off camera right here. That took like 30 minutes right there. But the miniature shelves are it was like 5 to 10 minutes.
Nice.
Most of my shelves are from Home Depot.
Home Depot, whoop whoop.
Who doesn't love a good Home Depot room? That's the difference of like being a kid and an adult is you like going to the Home Depot. Let's be real.
That is adult Lego store. Adult Lego store is Home Depot or Lowe's because all the pieces are there.
You know what I bought the other day? Teflon tape. Oh yeah.
I bet you felt like a real good adult there. Oh my god. So you're so just looking at the collectibles that you have, how long have you been collecting?
18 years.
You got that down to the T, like you already knew. 18 years? Holy crap. And if you want to say how old you are on here, you can completely do that because I kind of want to know how young you were when you started.
Well, honestly, the story began because I actually got into Star Wars through a video game. And shout out to my N64 players out there.
Which game?
One day, my dad was playing on the N64. He was playing Star Wars Shadows of the Empire.
Oh, wow.
And I remember just, sitting there behind him, just watching him fly around and, seeing my beloved vehicle for the first time in the game. And, he was just flying around. And I don't know why, but the way the game captured me and the way it, I don't know. It's like a weird thing to say. Like, I guess I was just memorized by it. And then, one day, he let me play the game, and it was like, it felt like I was actually there, flying around, shooting at probe joys, ATSTs, and tying up AT-ATs, which was the most heartbreaking thing. And and then, one day, I was actually, well, since I was still young at the time, I wasn't allowed to stay home by myself. My mom would drop me off at my grandmother's place. And I remember just walking into the kitchen one morning, and I see a Lego set, a Lego Star Wars set. And this was when Revenge of the Sith came out, with the 2005 Revenge of the Sith line, when that came out. And I remember just seeing on the table, I'm just, kind of confused by it. I remember it said Lego Star Wars V-Wing, and it said the pieces and everything. And I'm just like a little confused by it. And she said, it's a toy that you build and you put together. And I just went, okay. And then I see the pictures. I'm just like putting it together, like all confused. And once I got it done, I was just like, did I build this? Did I spend 10 minutes building this? And I just remember just running around the backyard, playing with it, acting like I was going through Coruscant, and honestly, that's how it started, honestly. And that was actually my first Lego set, which I happen to have right here.
Oh, that's too cool.
I had that one once upon a time. Lost it to the box. That's the phrase, right? I don't know these days.
Lost to the bin.
Lost to the bin, not the box. What's in the box?
Freaking boomer, you.
Hey, I'm a boomer here, all right? I looked it up. Shadows of the Empire was released on N64 in 1996. I had to look it up because I was like, I remember playing that back in the day when it came out.
Yeah,
I was very young, but I was still living in New York.
Not me. I was 4 years old. Yeah, 96 I was 4 years old. I didn't have access to that stuff.
And I wasn't born yet.
That's why I was like, I'm trying to do the math here. I'm like, he's collecting for 18.
Well, let's just say I came 3 years later.
Okay.
There you go. No, man, that's awesome. Just because I think watching a lot of because I watch a lot of the out of the TikTok creators out there who have elaborate collections. I remember watching Y-Doc.
Yes, I'm good friends with him.
Y-Doc, of course, was one of the first introductions for me into Lego Star Wars. Just like getting back into it, just because it was his room. You walked in and boom, it was the whole collection there. And I'm like, oh my god, I completely forgot about this, and I completely forgot that Lego Systems had started the Star Wars Lego sets out, and then they of course turned into their own little franchise in Lego. And then out of the other collectors was you. I had seen your AT-AT collection. I was like, that is so freaking cool. I felt like a kid in a museum that was looking at different collectors, and you were like one of the sections in the museum. And I was being curated to all the different collections you had. And I was like, this is freaking awesome. And that's what like initially had me follow you, because I was just like, I want to see more stuff that he's got.
I was like, this guy, Star Wars. I like
something
him.
about this guy. Something about this guy. He's a fellow nerd just as much.
Apparently, it works because of all the people on TikTok, you got the most cult following, man. I know you mentioned it before about talking about your Discord with their 100 people active like every single day. I'm over here like, every single section of Max's Discord has a notification. I'm like,
yeah, it gets pretty crazy.
The memes, the videos. Clock King takes your videos, does edits of them, and makes
the legendary famous green screen memes. Yes.
Yep.
I've got to look into this. I don't partake in a lot of Discord conversations just because I don't look at Discord as much as everybody would just like expect. And they're like,
understandable.
Look at Discord. I'm like,
Max is just
I'm
popping.
just there.
We're just talking Star Wars 24/7, and all saying, let's hop on and play some Battlefront together.
But now it's just, hey, let's hop on Fortnite. It's Fortnite
Yeah.
now. It's Fortnite now.
Oh god, yeah.
Clock King's appreciating the shout out right now.
Yeah, no. I think what was it? Fortnite just came back to the OG status.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's go back to the original. When I saw that,
What does that mean?
From when it all started.
What is it's like the mist is closing in on you. Is that not been the same thing?
Well, no, they went to like the first map that they started with.
Oh,
Ass hat. What the hell? Just
what
like, what the F are you talking about, bro?
It's the same game.
What are you talking about?
Like, back
I don't play that much Fortnite. That's why I'm
Max.
always like,
It went
when I
back
see
to
them
like
in the Discord
first
talking about it, I was like,
ever.
let's play Rocket League. Max was going live one day. I was like, hey.
Hey,
Let's play.
Rocket League? Rocket League? Huh? Rocket League?
Oh god.
He's my PlayStation gaming buddy.
I will say this though, I have to apologize for blocking one of your shots.
Oh yeah.
I have to apologize for that.
I made a great goal shot, and you just see Max come in and go, boop, never mind.
And he's yelling out, Max, why did you do that?
Max is the friend in the corner that's doing the flips, trying to, find the ball.
Because like I literally have the camera focused on the ball, so I'm going and I don't pay attention around my surroundings. So I see one guy coming in this direction. Clocking's probably like right behind me trying to help me. And next thing you know, like I see you way over here, and then I'm chasing this ball, and next thing you know, Clog makes the move, and of course I get in his way.
Dude, that's hilarious. I don't play Fortnite. Or not Fortnite. I don't play Rocket League. I am terrible at that game. The
Me
only
and Ken
thing that
played Call of
interests
Duty
me-
one time. It was fun.
No,
It was 3 a.m, and we were like, we should probably go to bed after one more game.
just one more game.
Just one more game.
Are you kidding? There's a group of my friends and I. We played Fortnite till 7 a.m. We saw the sun come up, and we're like, time to go to bed, take a nap, and then go back.
Time to go to bed.
Oh, you young kids.
Actually, after my live stream on Saturday, I got on with Fortnite with a few other of my friends, and we were up until like 3:30 in the morning.
Oh,
Like
wow.
literally at 3:30 in the morning, I saw my phone. I was looking. I'm like, I'm gonna have to call it. I'm starting to like get tired because normally when I play, like I get drained very easily, and then yeah. Okay, clock. Clock.
So being a Star Wars collector, connoisseur, nerd, like you are, and as most of us are, I haven't really taken the opportunity to go to cons as much as Jake's being awkward with a lightsaber. You get excited for that conversation? Is that why it rose up?
I'll share stories about my Comic-Con experiences.
That's what I was about to say. You share stories about your Comic-Con experiences. How many Comic-Cons have you gone to?
Well, this previous one was my 10th Comic-Con.
Wow.
It was supposed because I first went in 2010, but of course, with the pandemic and everything, I couldn't was able to go. We had to have a con for like 2 years, and it finally came back. And honestly, I have a lot of fun memories. Actually, some of these items are from Comic-Con. I don't know if you can see it, but this AT-AT right here, this little indoor AT-AT, that's from Comic-Con. I have like 2 ATS. These are from there, and there's a lot of items in the collection from Comic-Con. And I have actually one story that from Comic-Con. Actually, it's a little bit personal, but I don't mind sharing it.
Please do share.
There was one time where I went with my sister, and I don't know how she did it, but she was 8 months pregnant. I don't know how she did it, and she was walking around, and I remember texting her, I'm like, look, you don't have to go, just stay home. She's like, no, I want to go. And she goes, and and this is the part where it gets personal for me. And then literally, the child comes and I got her like a little, I think it was a little Star Wars plushie. I can't remember where it was. And I always told her, I said, you were born literally 3 weeks after Comic-Con. I'm just like, yep. So, and actually, believe it or not, I have a photo over here. This is probably one of my favorite Comic-Con experiences, where I got to meet a few certain people there.
Oh, that's too cool.
I met Ashley Eckstein and James Arthur, the voice of Ahsoka and the voice of Obi-Wan. And I met Bo-Katan herself.
Oh, that's too awesome.
Yep. Yeah, they were really nice. And what's crazy is that Ashley remembered me from the photo op because I was wearing an Ahsoka shirt at the time. And I was actually wearing the same shirt when I met her too. And we got up to her. She goes, "Weren't you guys at the photo op?" We're like, "Yeah." She goes, "Yeah, I remember your Ahsoka shirt." And I'm just in my mind going like, "Oh my gosh, she remembered me."
Like, oh my god, you remember who I am.
You want to come get a cheeseburger later?
But honestly, I told her, like, I said, look, Star Wars and Clone Wars was my childhood. I remember watching, I was in the 4th grade, and it got me through a lot of tough times. And, she said, she's had a similar experience. And after that, I don't know why I said it, but I said, hey, is it okay if I give you a hug or something? And she says, yeah, sure. So technically, I hugged Ahsoka Tano. And as I was leaving, I said, "May the Force be with you." And she said it back to me. And I just went, "Oh my god!"
Did she do it in like her Ahsoka Tano voice though?
Yeah.
Oh, she did. Like that. I was just like, "May the Force be with you." And also with you. It's like, oh god, please.
Oh my god!
I could die now.
We made the Force be with you.
So how many actors have you met from Star Wars?
I met just 3. Just right now, just for 3.
Just 3. Jay, can you put one in your list of Star Wars actors that you've met?
Please, I want to know.
Besides the burlesque dancers?
Donut.
Big fat donut.
Big fat donut.
I can say
Sean Astin, Mr. Gibbs. I've met what's his name? Lou Ferrigno.
I forgot you met Lou Ferrigno.
He was at Dragon Con one year. I wasn't gonna pay for his autograph because he was too expensive. He got to the front of the line and my dad's like, "The fuck is this price for Lou Ferrigno?"
The guy was like one Marvel character, and then it's like,
Anthony Mackie was there a few years ago. I should have gone up and gotten his photo, but yeah, no. As big as Dragon Con is, not a lot of big guys come our way.
That's
very sad. Dragon Con is awesome, but guest appearances wise, not so great. I mean, Elijah Wood and Sean Astin this year were great.
I remember seeing Sean Astin at I didn't go to the Columbia, I didn't go to the Soda City Comic-Con, but he was there. And they were like, "Oh yeah, it's open door. You can buy tickets at the door." I'm like, man, nobody likes our Comic-Con whatsoever. I live in Columbia, South Carolina, and it's the absolute smallest thing in the world. I think a lot of the folks go there more so for the vendors. But the year that I went was really big because Ray Park was there.
Oh.
Ray Park was there, and I was just like, no fucking way. It's Darth Maul. And it's the actual body double of him. And I was just like, man, I gotta meet his ass. So I paid for a photo, and I paid for an autograph. I think it was like $120 just to get something signed and a photo with him. And I was just like, worth it. I don't care. I want something signed. So I got up there and I was like walking up to the podium where I was going to give him gave him the Funko of the Duel of Fates. where it's his middle section that he got the sign. And I got two of them. One's a plain one where I can go ahead and unbox it. The other one's actually wrapped in plastic right there.
He can go ahead and unwrap it, but does he unwrap the one that's plain?
I'm not touching the one that's up there that's signed.
No, I'm saying the regular one. Did you
the other one?
The other two?
I need. Okay, so if anyone's watching this right now, I need someone to get me the Qui-Gon Jinn one that's on my Amazon wish list because I wanted to do a whole video there, but I have not had the time nor the money. So there's that.
Secret Santa 2023.
I know, right? Secret Santa 2023.
On the wish list.
I had no idea what to say to Ray Park. I had no idea. I was looking on fucking Google, and I was just like, "What the hell is what's about Ray Park?" His birthday was the same day that I went to Comic-Con.
Wow.
His birthday. And I walked up to them and I was like, dude, happy birthday. And he was like, holy crap, I completely forgot. I was like, what the fuck do you mean you forgot your birthday? And he was just like, well, I mean, it's like you go to so many events and you see so many people and it's like the days just all start mixing together. I'm like, man. Well, happy birthday, buddy. I appreciate you. Please sign my stuff in red. I think you're an amazing Sith. Bye-bye.
I thought of something, but then I thought about how bad it would be these days to say it.
Oh, God.
At last, we should reveal ourselves. At least we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
He doesn't even say that. He just lip syncs it.
Well... Ray Park was in some hot water not too long ago about revealing things, so...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sprick at night, people. This is where my mind is at.
I shook that man's hand. I hope he washed it.
I don't even want to think about it.
Dude, I think so you've been off the fucking subject of that shit. You've been to 10 Comic-Cons. You've been able to meet with 3 Star Wars cast members. Was there someone that you went out of the Comic-Cons that you went to, was there someone that you really wanted to meet that you did not have the opportunity to meet?
There's 2 of them. Well, one of them is not Star Wars related, but the voice actor for SpongeBob was there.
Oh, Tom Kenny.
Yeah, he was there one year.
I mean, I'd want to meet him too. I get it.
And this hurts the most when I say it. Billy D. Williams showed up.
Oh,
Billy
Lando himself was there.
So you almost got to meet Lando.
Yep.
That would have been dope as shit, though. I would have brought
really fun to meet.
I would have brought in a pack of Sabak cards just for him to sign it. I need you to sign my Sabak cards.
And actually, that was the last Comic-Con we had before the pandemic happened, too. That happened. And I saw him, I'm just like... I remember I was with my other friend, I'm like...
It's Billy D.
You know, at this point, I'm like, he's right there.
Billy D, can we get a ticket?
Like, so when you meet people, are you, like, ready for it? Because I feel like in my mind, I'm like, I gotta get ready for it. And then when I get up there, I'm like, hi.
Actually, I'm like,
what should I say to Sean Astin? I'm like, hi. I love you.
Actually, I actually get ready for it. I'm actually around my friends, and I will be honest, I was nervous to meet Ashley. I will be honest, I was nervous, and it's funny too because she likes talking to the fans. So we were in line for like 2 hours just to talk to her, and there was actually a bunch of people talking to her, and then there was actually just one girl I remember, and after she met her, you know, she took a Funko that I guess she got recently, and she started bawling her eyes out, and her mom was like comforting her. And I remember just looking at it, I'm like, what is she doing to them? I'm like, what is she doing to them? And then, of course, you know, when I met her, I'm like, hi, Ashley, you know, I'm a big Star Wars fan, you know. I was ready for it. I wasn't nervous at all. Well, except, you know, when I met Ashley. But when I met Katie Sackhoff and Cypher, if you're in her live, I'm sorry I'm bringing it up. I was actually I was ready for it. I was ready for it. Unfortunately, we were able to talk to her because apparently she was leaving the same day. And I remember I got to her, she was signing, and I'm like, okay, think of something, think of something, think of something, think of something. And I said, hi, I watched The Mandalorian. My niece is you're my niece's favorite character. And she kind of lit up. She's like, oh my god, tell your niece I said hi. I will. And I said, thank you. And I said, this is the way. And she said it back to me. This is the way. And I was like, oh, I just kind of went, oh, that's awesome. And as soon as I was walking away from her, I'm like, she said the thing. She said the thing.
I think there's there's who would be one person you want to meet at a Comic-Con?
Hayden Christensen.
Hands down. That man deserves.
Well, he'd probably show up in his Halloween costume, Max, and okay. I hear Hayden's very nice too to meet in person. He's very much like.
Well, my goal is to go to Star Wars Celebration and meet him.
Yeah.
Did you hear when so I'll get on that topic because I want to talk to you about that. I definitely don't want to bring that up. What am I thinking about? I would love to meet James Earl Jones.
Oh, okay.
Only reason I want to meet James Earl Jones so bad, just because I could just say whatever I want that's Darth Vader related to him. I know he signed over his voice. He signed over his recordings and all that to Disney, so that way Disney can use his recordings for future projects. But
too damn old to keep doing it.
I mean, he can't hold.
He's got the money. He doesn't need to keep doing it.
He does not need to keep doing it. Man, his voice is going down though. In Obi-Wan Kenobi, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Halfway through the season, he was like, let me just you can just here, just pay me for my voice.
Just do AI voice on it.
I need AI.
Do I know one of my favorite things he's in that's not Star Wars?
I think I may know what it is.
The episode of Big Bang Theory. And Sheldon's standing over him he's like, do you like Star Wars? Well, I'll let you in on a secret. I like Star Wars too. That's why he really is a fan. He's like, yeah.
Did you know that was the first time that him and Carrie Fisher ever met?
Yeah. I saw that. I think he talked about it a little bit after she died, that he was like, that was actually the only time they met.
God, there's so many people I want to meet. From Star Wars. I only met one person. I'm going to add them to my list though of more people that I want to meet. But Star Wars Celebration, of course, is happening next year. No, 2025.
2025 in Japan.
Yep, in Tokyo. I would love to go to Japan, but that is way too much money.
Yeah,
and it sucks.
It's a long ways away.
Well, it sucks to fly to Japan because you lose days.
He's on the opposite side of the world from us. Max is a little bit closer.
But he still loses. He'll still lose a day.
Yeah.
Even if he flies over there, he'll still lose a day because their time starts over in the next day. So it's just you have to be there early, stay there longer, and then you have to fly. Well, it doesn't matter how you fly out. You'll still... No matter when you fly out, it's when you fly in. But this is the thing that I've been telling this to Jake so long. I was like, I'm saving my money for 2027.
I am too.
Because that is 50 years of Star Wars. And I know they're going to put that sucker they're either going to put it in California or where I think they definitely need to place it, which I think would be
Florida?
Beneficial. Yes.
Yeah.
I said Orlando because Orlando does have one of the largest conference centers there.
Yeah.
And they did do Star Wars Celebration in Orlando twice. I think they've done it. They've done it.
I know they did in 2017.
Yeah, they've done it a couple of times, and it's I think those. Trying to think, the years in 10s and 20s are like super important. So 50 years worth of Star Wars, you're just like, I want the Jedi Pass. I want to meet every damn person there and get my shit signed.
Listen, they could do it in Orlando and salvage the Star Cruiser, the Halcyon.
Oh
Yeah, I heard about that. I do.
Yeah, they don't take reservations anymore.
they're about to shut it down.
It's gonna start looking more like Blizzard Beach. Blizzard Beach has been abandoned for a while.
And see, that's the unfortunate. I wish they didn't charge as much.
Yeah.
I think
Listen,
if they didn't
Disney
charge as
already
much, they would have been
expensive.
able to manifest it a little better. But do we even go over a Lego update? I think we just got manifested into conversation.
What are we here to talk about?
What are we here? I
You guys
know,
are
right?
just so excited to talk to me.
Is it Brick at Night or is it just AT Night?
It's Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Brick and Night / Star Wars.
I got one last Star Wars thing for Max. The thoughts on the Ahsoka series. I mean, come on, we can't not talk about it. Obviously, he met the queens, Ashley and Kate, but what did you think of it?
I liked it.
I liked it too. I'm glad you liked it.
It
Did
was
you get any of the
good.
sets from it? We'll spin that into Lego.
Well, unfortunately, I did not get any of the sets.
Yes.
Really?
Well, the reason why is because I was saving up for the Venator.
That's
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's why.
And
that set is on my list. That set is on my list.
so, do you have the Venator right now? Do you have it built?
It is built, but unfortunately, it's not in the room. But I can show a photo of it.
It's like we could show pictures.
Yeah, I can show you pictures.
We like pictures.
Okay, nope, wrong one. Okay, here it is, right here.
That's
Oh,
a big
nice.
son of a bitch.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Is that like a poker table it's on?
No, that's my Lego work table.
Dude,
I
that's
call it a
awesome.
poker table.
What's crazy is that every single set I owned was built on that table.
Did you inherit that from like your mom or grandma? Just the table?
No, I just remember we got it at Walmart.
So my grandmother gave me one of those, and she called it a poker table because it used to be the old fold out the four legs table, and the old ladies will sit there and play their cards. It was covered in paint and very old, but I still used it.
Yeah, no, as far as the Lego update is concerned, I'm building the cantina right now. I've got it right here sitting on top of my PC.
Oh.
I've got I think I've got up to bag 5. Here it is. Just for right now.
Building that, it's an amazing build.
Oh yeah, no. I can't wait to build the rest of it because I've been wanting to do it all on Twitch. Just build it live. Which I have my schedule up, by the way. But how to spin this back into Lego. I want to talk to you about some of the leaks that are coming out in 2024.
I may have seen some.
You may have seen some.
Mhm.
What of it? What do you know?
Well, I do see. Actually, one of my closest friends, he was actually in the chat from Nuts. He was sending me leaks, and he's like, "Hey, do you know they're making a Lego Darth Vader hallway scene?" From Rogue
Yep.
One.
Everybody keeps talking about that. I don't know if I believe it or not.
I think it's gonna be a thing because this is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, because they gave us a Luke hallway.
Oh, that hallway.
That hallway scene. Now, I mean, it could be one of two
the
hallways.
Rogue One hallway scene or the tentative.
Or the tentative. Yeah,
I think
it could be any of
for the
those two.
tentative. It could be any of those two. Yeah.
I feel like
So-
the Rogue One scene is a little too violent.
It'll be fine.
It's real people, not robots, Ken.
They'll be fine.
I mean, with the Luke hallway. Oh wait, that's different. Never mind. Continue.
So this is coming from Worldwide or Walt Disney World News Today, the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news. Rumored 2024 Lego Star Wars sets featuring, of course, Skeleton Crew, the Tantive for Boarding Diorama, Collector Series, TIE Fighter, Interceptor, and more. This was updated August 24th, so it is a little behind. We're now November 9th. If you're listening to the podcast on Spotify, it's a little different for you guys. But one of the big things that they're trying to come out with for next year's May the 4th Be With You is the UCS TIE Interceptor, of course, with the release date of May 1st, 2024. Price is coming up to about $240. Yay or nay?
Depends on piece count.
Yeah.
Piece count, yeah.
I don't think single man ship UCSs are worth it to me. I like the big ones.
I think
it's because it's incomparable to the Lego minifigures. And see, that was the problem I had with the gunship. The gunship was like so huge the minifigures don't look to scale in it. But like the Falcon, they fit right in the cockpit. Like that, they're sitting clearly in the controls. Like they look like they fit in it. It doesn't look like, why is this little tiny child riding on this gunship?
Yeah.
Even Luke's land speeder, he doesn't sit in it.
I feel like if we were to get this set, we would get the pilot and an admiral.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because that was the same thing that we got from... It was kind of the same thing we got from the Venator. We only got Captain Rex, and we've got Admiral Yularen.
Yeah.
For a ship that doesn't even house a freaking minifig.
No.
I kind of wish they did something like what they did a while back with the Super Star Destroyer, where they had like a little compartment.
Yeah.
Where to put the minifigures. I wish they did that for the Venator.
I wish they gave us more minifigures with it too.
Yeah.
Like what the Super Star Destroyer came with all the bounty hunters, Vader, and I think one admiral.
Oh, that would
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the next ones that's coming out is a Crimson Firehawk. I'm not too sure how familiar anyone is with the Young Jedi Adventures series. It is a Disney Plus original series that is on Disney Plus.
I turned the nephews into it. They like it.
They like it? Okay.
They like it. I'm like, yeah, Star Wars. Feel it.
A little bit of the backstory. This is before even the prequels.
Yeah. It is.
A little bit of the backstory for anyone who's watching this right now. This is before the prequels. This is the Jedi there, and then they have a ship. I mean, which is better because it's not all gray.
It does look like the new T6 shuttle a little bit, I will say.
It does look
a little bit.
It's got the rounded wings. It's got, the red and gray. But this one's more red and white.
I think this would be a very... I mean, I've never watched the series before, but I probably would buy this set just because it looks good.
It does. I mean, it's cool. It's like 4 kids doing little Jedi stuff. They're doing their training. They got a bounty hunter friend. Like, yeah, it's like cheesy, but it's cute.
Exactly.
I've always like it. They like the big fuzzy bear one.
Piece count? I don't know if that sounds right. 136 pieces?
Probably because it's a plus. It's a 4+, so it's going to be... Because they always, the 4+, the price does not match the bricks.
I don't like that idea. But here's a fun one.
You don't need a $50 4+.
I do know about that one.
The buildable droideka?
Yep.
Where are those droidekas?
Do you think it's going to easily pop into the ball so you can roll it?
Where are those droidekas?
I am intrigued. I think this is going to be a nice addition to anyone who is a droid collector for Lego, which I need. So I'm missing one droid. I'm missing BB-8, which I need to buy. Or I'm just going to piece the sucker out on Bricklink now the fact that the site's working again and just build it that way. However, but I would love this droideka. I think it looks amazing.
I would too.
Yeah, it does.
Because I would love to just like roll it, ball it up, and then roll it down the hallway.
Just roll it down the hallway.
Just roll it down the hallway, see it just like open up.
We're gonna play a bowling game. Listen, Superhawk, if you're out there for the next con, they're talking about all their fun games. It's a Lego game right there, Lego bowling.
What do we think about a new buildable R2D2?
This one kind of looks ugly compared to the other one.
Well, I know this.
It kind of looks like.
Well, that one right there is based on the earliest rendition of it, and I think this is the one with the motor underneath it. It was the
Oh, okay.
that was the buildable instructions one where you added a motor to it, and you also had a mouse droid included.
You talking about the 3 bots one?
Yeah, the 3 bots one. I don't think this is the one. Like, I don't think this is the specific one, but they have a new R2D2 buildable coming out, which, if it doesn't have Technic pieces, Beth might actually enjoy that.
I hate this. I hate it.
Of course, the Tantive 4 boarding diorama. I mean, there's still people who die in this scene, man.
It's not Vader force choking them and pulling them on his lightsaber.
Stormtrooper. I mean,
it's not him using them as a human shield.
I mean,
if they ever do the Darth Maul hallway scene with the clones, that one's probably more violent.
That one's a lot more gnarly, especially when
trying to run through the doors. Nope.
Come on, man. Watch The Mandalorian. You see that? Oh god, it's not Mon Calamari. I can't remember the species, but that sucker gets chopped in half.
Yeah, but we see that off screen. It's an off screen thing anyway.
You see the body fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one Stormtrooper in Obi-Wan.
Oh dang, yeah, the laser gate.
Yeah.
That's worse.
I love that.
That's
show,
like
Kenobi. So
Jesus. Good. The Bunta Eve pod race diorama. I think
that's damn time you got some pod racing. But I don't want a
one.
diorama.
So $70 released on May 1st. I'm very intrigued to see what this will be like.
It's going to be a lot like the Death Star trench run. I feel like it's going to be these little micro things that are going to just be angled like they're racing.
But it's like, how many pods are you going to get? How many pods?
I'd say 3 or 4 because there's 4 on the trench run. There's the Luke and Vader, and then the 2 TIE fighters that follow Vader. I don't think it's going to be many.
So I would honestly go with the first row and the second row. Wherever.
I don't think he's in the first row.
You don't even. Oh, there he is, right here. No, there's Anakin right here.
Yeah, I can barely.
Sebulba's right in front of him.
So Sebulba and Annie. So I can only assume it's going to be the first row. Maybe the second row, but I don't really see anything else. Now, if they did like a Beggar's Canyon scene with the 2 of them kind of racing side by side, that would be interesting to do.
Yeah.
I feel like if it's only the 2 of them, though, it'll be a disappointment to a lot.
Well, it depends on how
because it's going to be a lot of negative space, as they call it.
I feel like if you build it out and then you have like a destroyed pod that just like fell into the actual like canyon,
yeah,
I think that would make it a lot more interesting. Or the moment that Annie goes up the ramp and destroys that gate. Be interesting to see a Womp Rat as a little figure.
Yeah, just a little piece of a Womp Rat.
Just a lot of his face right there. It looks very creepy.
I think we might. I mean, it'd be interesting though. We could get an updated version of Watto.
Well, it's so hard when you're gonna do the micro racers. You can't really include minifigs.
I know that's the terrible part.
Because I mean, like the only one we've really gotten the minifigs on is the ones where it's mainly focused on a fight or some kind of sequence. The trash compactor, the speeder bike chase, and then the final duel.
Yeah. So what do you think about this? Grogu's escape for $30.
I'll get it because I need more clone troopers. We can never have enough clone troopers.
Yeah, because I'm just sitting there, I'm like, they're definitely going to include I forgot his name.
Best.
Yes.
That character.
I can't think of his Star Wars character besides Jar Jar. His name.
I mean, it makes sense because we got a course on guard gunship. It does make sense.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's a fun one. Of like, you're probably gonna get the speed. It is gonna be another speeder bike with a little side notch for Grogu, but it's another Jedi because we do need some different Jedi. I will say.
Yeah, because we
And
got
a
like
lot of the same guys over and over again.
Obi-Wans, Luke's, and Vader's, and
How many Luke Skywalker minifigs do you think there are in the world?
probably a lot.
Probably a lot. Getting a MIDI scale. So this one's been talked about. A MIDI scale Tantive.
Is that the same as the Vader Star Destroyer, the little display one? The mini scale?
You mean that little micro version of it?
No,
Yeah,
it was
it's
like
right
the one
behind.
that came on the stand for the 40th.
It's right here.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking that's what MIDI scale is.
I think MIDI scale is like the when they came out with the Millennium Falcon. I think they came out with the MIDI scale Millennium Falcon was like this big.
Wasn't there a Star Destroyer one too?
I think there was. I know we're not talking about the GWP though, because I don't think that's MIDI scale. If you think about a Death Star,
Yeah.
they could be doing. Or did you say Death Star or Star Destroyer? I'm sorry.
Star Destroyer.
Yeah, I think it probably might be the size of that Star Destroyer. Because I still need to
I
get
can see that.
Yeah.
I still need to get that set. I think it'd be interesting, like if you broke open the pieces and how they use the studs to characterize which characters which, because they did that in the GWP.
Little, micro displays, a little like the battlefields or something like that.
Yeah. I could see I could see the minifig, or I could see like the little studs being the figures. So it's like a brown stud over a white stud would be Leia.
I really want a Battle of Geonosis, like the arena set. They teased it in one of the Lego magazines back in 2002, 2003 time.
Never happened.
And I'm still waiting on it.
Like
You got a Jedi Bob, but I'm still waiting on the scene there.
I mean, that's a man has taste. MIDI scale, Millennium Falcon. I like how this one's fucking $80, and then this one
It's like
70,
like $10 off.
It's like, what's the difference?
It's about the girth.
I mean, this one's flat and wide. The other one's long and skinny. Trying to go there with it.
I don't get it. I don't get it either. I don't
get
know
it.
what the MIDI scale is. I think this is MIDI scale. I'm literally holding it in my hand. This is the Y-Wing that came with Yavin.
All right, so this one's very interesting. Now, we haven't gotten anything about this show yet, and all we know is basically some of the cast. Jude Law is going to be in it. That's all I know. I haven't really looked into Skeleton Crew or the Skeleton Crew to see what that's all about. But the idea is to get their ship on there, which I believe this is it. It's the only image that we have so far is the tail end of the
Like
sucker.
U-wing.
It looks like an oversized U-wing, yeah. Like big boy
U-wing.
size.
Ewan McGregor.
This is the U-wing. But that's populated at $140 with 1,325 pieces.
I'm guessing it's gonna come like with 6 minifigures or something like that. And
I mean,
because you're talking about that.
most
That's not the same
they're
thing
fine.
as the Ghost. The Ghost 2 here.
got a battle pack.
Gotta
Clones
get it.
versus droids. This one I can definitely see flying off the shelves, especially if you're getting this is 10 minifigures included, including clones, droids, and super battle droids.
And it's been a while since we got Super Battle Droid minifigures.
So I can definitely see this set coming off the shelves to create a lot of the clone armies.
Kind of like the 500 first battle pack scenario.
I can see someone using the Star Wars meme once they see this set come out, and all you hear is Palpatine's speech from Clone Wars. I will build a grand army
Of the
Republic. Oh gosh, freaking love it. Let's see. Millennium Falcon Holiday Diorama. I think this one's already.
Yeah, that one's already out.
That one's out. I think
I still need to buy it.
I still need to buy that. I don't know if I want to get the freaking I don't know if I want to get the advent calendar. Jesus Christ, I couldn't think of the freaking word.
Target has them on sale, the same price as Costco right now for $35.
Oh man,
I was at Target last night. I resisted, but I might go back.
I mean, it's a thought. It's definitely a thought there.
I keep
But
seeing
yeah.
people post about it. I don't know if it's coming. The Y-Wing they're talking about, the Phase 2 Rex and Ahsoka escaping from.
I saw Galen post a video.
Yeah, I'm just like, I want it, but they keep bringing it up like it's going to happen. We're getting a Phase 2 Rex with the Y-Wing and Ahsoka. Obviously, I need a 6th Ahsoka, but...
I mean, I would love an Ahsoka. I would love a Rex. I think Jesse would make a really good minifig to add on.
They talked about that one, like it being like 2 clone troopers firing at the Y-Wing while it's escaping, with Rex and Ahsoka escaping. And some people are saying it could be Jesse as an ARC trooper. And I'm like, we need ARC troopers.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
I think Jesse would make a really awesome addition to it because that needs to be a thing.
Poor Jesse.
I know.
They did him good, and like storytelling wise, obviously he was still inhibitor chip, but
he did have to get a little bit. He kind of went like this a little bit, and then
yeah, he hesitated.
Yep.
I actually want to know if the Millennium Falcon Lego diorama is at Target.
I'm still debating on that set. I don't know if I should get it. Still debating on it.
I like it because Finn is wearing a sweater with BB-8 on it. It's funny. It's just like, we got R2 wearing a 3PO sweater. We got 3PO wearing an R2 sweater. Everybody deserves a sweater with their best friend.
He's wearing a Rebel sweater.
No, I thought Finn's wearing the Rebel sweater.
Finn is wearing
Poe is wearing a BB-8 sweater.
Oh, Poe's wearing the BB-8 sweater. Yeah,
yeah, they're besties. That's why.
Yeah,
it's his droid.
Poe's wearing the not Poe. Finn's wearing the Republic or the Rebels symbol, and then Rey's got the Millennium Falcon on hers.
That ain't your ship, girl.
I need to get me another set.
I haven't bought one since I bought the Disney camera like 6
I still need to get
ago.
the Ghost in the Phantom. I forgot about that set completely.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me if I'm gonna get the Ghost, so I'm just like still debating. Plus, I'm kind of saving for Disney World right now, so
just come to Disney World with me. I'll be there Tuesday.
Okay. That's the thing. Oh, dude, you suck. Why are you going there again?
Because it's our last dating anniversary before we get married.
Wow, Jesus.
Look how beautiful this is.
Absolutely beautiful.
I forgot I did have a Lego update. I did get
This isn't really a good Lego update because I've had this since release.
The Inquisitor ship.
Yes, the Scythe. I asked my wife if my wife was so amazing, and I asked her, I was like, hey, can you go to Walmart to see if they have it on sale? Because I saw Turbo Toast, shout out, was able to get it for $50. So he bought like a buttload of them. And I asked my wife, I was like, hey, can you go to Walmart and see if it's selling for $50?
I think
she went over. What the fuck did she say?
What is he doing?
Oh,
he's seeing ghosts in the corner.
Oh, Jesus.
The fucking room is haunted, man. What are you looking at?
Yeah, probably looking at the ghosts. Watch something fall off the shelf. If something falls off the shelf, I'm disconnecting.
He's literally just looking at us. He's looking at us something.
I don't know what the fuck he's staring at.
You got a moth over there?
Nope.
No?
Don't lick yourself on camera.
Just
now he's stretching for whatever it is. I think he's debating getting on the couch.
He's stretched to be stoic.
He's mad because I'm not letting him out of the room. He's over here like, and I'm like, what the fuck? Listen, dogs see supernatural first, people.
I mean, shoot, they don't see they can't see normal color, so yeah. I wouldn't blame
them.
I definitely need to get. Was there something put in a cart? Oh, it's the holiday diorama. I put that in there.
Like, sure
I really want to get a Lego set.
I'm pretty sure Gringotts has been sitting in my cart since release.
For the longest time. But no, I think I would definitely love to get more. I definitely want to get another Lego set before I lose the ability to do so. I want to get the Lego Batman art series set because I want to make that Anakin Skywalker Lego portrait because I have the Darth Vader one right back there, just chilling. I took it off the wall and measured it on the wall here, and I was like, I could so put Annie and Darth right next to each other and just like mesh that together. It'd be so cool. But do the Venator. So you have the Venator.
Yes,
It's big as hell.
it is.
I'm probably never going to get that ship. I'm probably never going to get that ship.
What was harder, that or the at to build?
Well, I'll be honest. It was probably the UCS AT-AT. It was honestly the UCS AT-AT. I mean, the Venator, it has like a huge Technic support for the panels and everything. And my friend is really good with Technic, so I let him handle that. And I put the panels together. And the Venator was an easy build. It was an easy build. I like it. Especially, I really like the Rex minifigure. I really like the Rex. Plus, it comes with a little bandage on his head when his got removed. So it does come with that. And Admiral Yarn is good. But yeah, I enjoyed the build. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, the UCS AT-AT was the most difficult one, especially with building. You have two people building the four legs. I was doing two. My other friend was doing two. And especially putting the whole body on the legs. Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Oh, damn. I wanted to bring this up before we got close to any sort of ending. I asked Jake, I sent him a text and I was like, dude, I need you to get me Max's like top 5 creators that you like. Did you not do that?
I did not.
You are terrible.
That is a thing to put someone on the spot with. Unless he says Lego Jake, he's going to upset some people.
So,
there, huh?
I'm just kidding. My content's been down lately. I focus on Brick at Night.
so
Brick
we
at
talked
Night.
about that.
You did ask me this morning. The ungodly hour of like 7 or 6:30.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, man, that's what happened.
I was like, I'm not going to text Matt when it's like 4 a.m. his time, and of course
I was
he's only
asleep.
2 hours
If you sent me a message, I would have been asleep.
Oh yeah, no. I would have just sent the message and then just waited for a response. Like when he wakes up, he wakes up.
I don't like texting people if I think they're sleeping.
No, dude, I still want.
Except when I know it's like 1 o'clock and Jenny's still asleep, and I'm like, hey.
Meh. Whatever.
I'm like, I'm done with the gym. Are you hungry? Are you alive?
So I got this idea off of another podcast. I'm not gonna say what podcast it is, just for reasons. But they compared specific people that they knew to a specific item. Like, what type of item would they be? I wanted to take content creators that you know, and what do you think they would be as a Star Wars vehicle? So that's why I asked for like, who are like your top 5 go-to content creators that you go to, and then naming them. You would just tell me what vehicle you think they are.
Let's go it right now on the spot.
And this is also a way for Jake to provide content to the channel. It's just like, we're gonna snip it. Like, I'm gonna say a name, you say the vehicle, he already knows where to clip it.
Oh man, play on the spot there, huh, Jake?
So we'll make this easy. We'll start easy.
Okay.
If Ken was a Star Wars ship, what ship would Ken be?
Well, honestly, I can see Ken as a Jedi Starfighter.
which one?
I may have to go with Anakin's.
Oh, that's dope. I'll take the.
We were
I'll take
all
it.
yellow.
Now with you,
because
Jake.
I'm Asian? Is that because I'm Asian? You're saying
No,
all
it's
yellow?
the Coldplay song.
I know it's the Coldplay song.
And
just
the
don't
Anakin
forget.
Starship is yellow. The fudge out of here.
I know that.
It is yellow.
I want you to not forget that I'm also Filipino, so there's that too. I'll take the Jedi Starfighter.
Listen.
That's dope.
So Jake, let's see.
I gotta think about this very carefully because two ships came to my mind. I honestly probably won't have to. I think I'll probably go with the Ghost. Honestly, I'll probably go with the Ghost. I can see you flying a Ghost. I can definitely see you flying that.
Because I'm up to no good, rebelling. I like it.
Yep.
I would have probably given you like a. I probably would have given you like Luke's speeder, Luke's land speeder.
Because I'm afraid of flying. Space is different, okay?
Nah,
Gravity won't suck you to the ground if you're just.
You're just that vehicle that's stuck in the space garage that gets sold.
Well,
Jake, I love you
this
very
will be
much.
my last day on freaking Nite.
It's been an honor.
Max, of course, would be an AT-AT.
I mean, yeah. I mean, how can you not love these four-legged machines?
I would love to hear someone be like, "No, he's not."
No, he likes Jabba's sail barge.
He's actually Vader's
So-
flagship. He's all Vader.
I mean, I am not wearing.
I know you love Vader, but this man dresses like him. This man is all about it down below here.
I know. I love.
And also, there's the voice of him.
I love
Your
Vader.
amazing video, your intro to let people know you're on. I loved it, especially when you're holding up the Chips Ahoy cookies. It made me want some. I was
Actually, what's funny is I got the notification on during my lunch break at work, and I was like putting together the video idea. I'm just like, they're gonna enjoy what I'm gonna do.
I like the little force push.
Yeah, just
It was good.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Jake does know that I love me some Vader. What do I have? God, I've got a lot of Vader stuff.
All right,
Shoot.
what's Galen? What kind of ship is Galen built?
Razor
Should we
Crest.
go based off the last?
Ooh,
Like,
Razor Crest. We could do previous host.
should we do previous
Oh
guys?
no, we're gonna shake it up. Clock King. If he's still here in the chat.
Oh, that's easy. He's Jabba's sail barge. I'm gonna hear about it later. I'm gonna hear.
There you go,
about it.
Clock King.
So I'll pull this one up because I think she'll love the fact that she got referenced into it. What about Beth All-Time Yashin?
Slave one.
As a ship,
Wow,
digging it.
guys.
Well, she does.
I like
she
it.
Does like she does like her UCS Slave one.
she does like her UCS Slave 1. I would have
does.
actually pinned her for a I would have pinned her for a Gungan sub.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, because she does have the 2000 set of the Gungan sub? Because I remember
She's got both of them. I pinned her down for a Gungan sub because it was the small, sleek design. And then if
Clock King is playing Fortnite, so he said, "What?" Clock King, you've been compared to Jabba's sail barge, is the ship that you would be.
I was just like, no, he hasn't. Like,
I would never, ever,
Never.
definitely not.
It was Ken who said
Definitely.
it, not Max.
bad dude. That's
Putting the blame on.
It's in
Ken.
Columbia, South Carolina. Go get him.
That's what happens when you call your co-host Luke's land speeder. Tells what happens when you call him a land speeder that's left in the garage and then sold.
I'm going to talk to Mrs. Nerd about this. Let her slap you around a little. She liked my video the other day.
She did.
She did. That's very
Oh,
happy.
dude, I love
I
that.
think it was on Instagram. I was like, yeah. She liked my Max Max AT video.
There you go.
Listen, it's an adjustment.
Just like
When we had Cool Beans Cam on, they asked specifically, no cursing. And I was doing the intro and I messed it up and I immediately said, fuck. I was like, Ken was like, time out. Get out of here. 30
get out
seconds
of
of
live.
silence.
Oh man, I'm surprised.
Words, things, I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
But I have a question for you guys.
Oh shoot.
What's your guys' favorite Star Wars scene? And I'll tell you mine. Out of all the trio movies, which one is your favorite Star Wars scene?
Oh,
So my man stands there by his father, holding his lightsaber, ready to strike him down, and the Emperor says, do it. No. Tosses it. I'm a Jedi. Like my father before me. The good side won. I don't give a shit about the sequel trilogy and that man surviving. Luke did it.
So be it.
He was absolutely the most badass motherfucker around. They didn't. You know what? Gonna get on my rant. He had a lot of good points in The Last Jedi. At their peak, they were very corrupt. They were very easily for the Sith to take over because of all the shit going on. Mace Windu was jealous of Anakin because Mace thought he was the chosen one and wasn't a fan. That's why he was always a dick to him. It wasn't until that final moment, like, where you earned my trust by letting me know right away that Palpatine's the Sith Lord. Like, Luke had some good points. We saw it in Mandalorian. He is absolutely the man, Luke Skywalker.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I mean, look at his parents. They're two badass mother effers. His sister's cool. The Skywalker family was truly... Return of the Jedi was my movie. So when I moved here in 1998, I was gifted on Christmas the best VHS 3-set box. You weren't alive back then.
I know, just a year later.
In 1998, I still have the cassettes over there on a shelf display. I received those 3, and you'd have to rewind them, fast forward. Return of the Jedi has been and forever will be my favorite movie because it was just the raw emotion in the entire sequence of the Endor's battles. You've got the space battle going on. They're desperate. They're down to the last man.
You got the ground battle happening.
The ground battle, they're desperate at the final hand. And then Luke just freaking right there, ready to give into it all and slay his father. And it's just like, no, I'm not giving in to the hate. And then it's crazy. I love the deeper the lore we get into with the TV shows because they're like, obviously Moff Gideon was scared shitless when that X-Wing
He was.
And
he knows he knows who it is. He knows who it is.
And then it's like people pointed it out. When Luke is dragging Vader's body to the shuttle, you hear blasters going off.
I heard about this.
Yeah.
That means these mother effers are out there scrambling, shooting each other, trying to get on ships to get off the Death Star while it's blowing up. Nobody's going to bother Luke Skywalker. This man's dragging Vader's body. The Emperor didn't emerge from this scene. Something's going on. And then it's just like, obviously, Thrawn at the end of Ahsoka is like, are you sure it's only one shuttle? He knows about Ahsoka, obviously, because they talked about her recently.
Yeah.
But he's got to know that his boy, Darth Vader, and his boy Palpatine lost to a young Skywalker's son. Luke Skywalker is the man, the myth, the legend. And Dave Filoni is doing him right because that name is feared in the Imperial remnants. As it should be.
Absolutely.
That is my Luke Skywalker stand.
You couldn't have said better. You couldn't have said better than me. So
Anakin is great. Duel of the Fates is great. I mean, the whole sequence on Mustafar is just raw emotion of the brothers. I think, it ages more and more better because, especially with Clone Wars and other shows, it's just you see the relationship between Kenobi and Skywalker. It's just more than just, oh, he's his Padawan, you know? No, it's they're brothers. If you watch the animated series, like, you know, when he's getting knighted as a Jedi, like, he looks at Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan's like, yeah, I'm proud of you. Like, this has been a bond. So, tossing the lightsaber aside, and obviously the Mustafar sequence are mine. Okay. Ken, tap in. I'm going to keep going and going. Listen, I could start a Star Wars podcast and I would talk 8 days a week.
I'll join it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it super simple. I liked the scene in my favorite scene, and I mean I love Empire Strikes Back. That's my movie. That's my go-to. That was the first movie that actually introduced me to Star Wars, and then I had to backtrack to New Hope, and then pretty much watch everything in order. But one of my favorite scenes was just the transition between and I'm graduated film and media studies. I'm a film major at heart. This is something that really stands out for like the symbolic references. But Obi-Wan and Darth Vader's fight on the that desolate planet in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Right? So you have Vader on the high ground, Obi-Wan's in the rocks, and the moment he puts all of his emotion back into the Force, he gains all of his strength back, and he comes back up and he fights Vader, but he's stronger now. The moment you see the helmet get sliced, the light is blue on Anakin's face from the blue lightsaber, which I think is amazing. And then the moment he states that I killed Anakin Skywalker, you really get that transition from the red or from the blue to the red, and it's just like, wow, he's really
you
dead.
faded away.
Like, you faded away. I've lost my brother, who I've gained, I thought I would have been able to gain. It's almost like Padme's words of "there's still good in him" faded from his own mind, because it's like, well, shoot, I really thought there was good in you. And then of course it transitions to Luke still thinking that there's good in his father. So just that transition of Anakin actually admitting to himself that he is not who he says he is now, it really was just like, oh my god, this is cinematography at its finest. Of course, it's not a Dave Filoni project, but overall, she killed it. I forgot the director's name.
Deborah Chow?
Well,
yes.
He was involved. He just didn't direct.
Oh yeah, I know he was involved, but
I mean, he didn't direct all of Ahsoka. He was
just in the back.
Like a combo.
That man produced everything on Ahsoka.
What's her name? Michelle Chow? No. Deborah Chow. Isn't that the director's name?
Yeah.
Because she did like 3 episodes of Mandalorian, I think, so far. Because he switches. It's like Bryce Dallas Howard does it. John Favreau. He's good because he does let everybody kind of take a stab at it, and it's working.
But it's good though.
That scene is a great scene because it makes him a gray Jedi, and gray Jedi are where it's at because that's what Luke's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, that's.
I'm not diving into the canon. That's why I was biting my finger. I'm like, no.
Shut the hell up and let our guest talk. Damn it.
Max, what is your scene?
I know my favorite scene, but if you guys are up for it, I can recreate it because I know it by heart.
Yeah.
It's actually, believe it or not, from Return of the Jedi. And it's on the platform with Vader and Luke on Endor. If you know where I'm going.
Yeah, I do know where you're going.
So, of course, the shuttle comes down. See a little AT-AT cameo. And of course, then the pre-officer comes in. He says, "This is a rebel that surrendered to us, and I believe it. I believe there's more of them. I requested conduct a search of the." See, he talks too fast. That's why I have a stuttering problem, because he talks too fast. And he was armed only I hit my fan. Only with this. Good work, Commander. Leave us. Conduct your search and bring his companions to me. Thank you, my lord. They're walking. The Emperor has been expecting you. I know, Father. So, you accepted the truth. I accepted the truth you were once Anakin Skywalker, my father. That name has no longer meaning to me. It is the name of your true self we only forgotten. I know there is still good in you. The Emperor has yearned from you fully. That's why he couldn't destroy me. That's why he won't bring me to your Emperor now. I see you constructed a new lightsaber. Your skills are complete. Indeed, you are powerful as the Emperor has foreseen. Come with me. Obi-Wan once thought as you do. You don't know the power of the dark side. I must obey my master. I will not turn. Then be forced to kill me. If that is your destiny. Search your feelings, Father. You can't do this. I feel the conflict within the goal of your hate. It is too late for me, son. The Emperor will show you true nature of the Force. He is your master now. Then my father is truly dead. That is my favorite Star Wars scene of all time right there.
Why do I feel like that was going to be the scene that you would actually pick, though? Because I was sitting there and I was just like, I wonder if he's going to go for like one of the movies that we picked out. Because don't get me wrong, like the fourth one is good. Of course, there's many scenes in that one that can be memorable. The first to the third, it ties off from what the fifth and the sixth kind of pull off. Nobody's saying anything from the 7th through the 9th. Nobody's saying anything memorable about those movies.
Said Luke talking about, the fall of the Jedi and how he was accurate. That was very good.
What about this ship? There.
Yeah, no, all of a sudden she's an instant pilot.
Drives the Falcon.
But
no, I mean, so the 6th, well, people have their criticisms about it. Yes, a bunch of little bears were able to beat up these guys in armor. What is the point of the armor if it can't even protect you from a couple rocks and sticks? But it's just the emotions in it. It's like at this
that scene I
point,
recreated.
We only have the 3 movies. There isn't all the other invested, but that movie sucked you in, and it's just like, this is the focal point. Like, the Emperor is there because, in a sense, Lord of the Rings, those movies weren't out yet. We didn't have that desperation hour. Like, we are down to the last man. The ghosts show up and save us in Pelennor. It's not, those scenes weren't around then. The gunships with the clone troopers weren't showing up while we're surrounded and about to lose. This is it. The whole fleet is gathered. We're going outside of Solus. We're going to Endor. There's
no escape.
There's no escape. We're boxed in. We're trapped down on the planet in a forest, like heavily outgunned. Like, and it's just that desperation ploy of like.
And when they walk out of the bunker, you see all these Imperial forces just.
Where was this guy though? We saw him that 1 second in the scene you described.
That's a good question.
He's not in the battle at all.
That could have been reinforcements right there.
It's hard to walk between the trees, I'm guessing. I'm going to give it that.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of trees, and that thing was able to park it right next to a big old satellite.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why I chose that scene is because we get to see, Vader, well, not Vader, but Anakin coming back a little bit, saying, when he said, like, it's too late for me, son, he realizes, like, the mistakes he made. And he knows, like, if I come back, I don't know if people are going to like me after what I did. And of course, when Vader, walks towards the platform, he looks out, he knows Luke is right. Because he's saying, like, Anakin would not have given up like that.
Yeah.
that's what, and that's why he stands on the platform going like, this guy might be right, and my son might be right, and yeah. But my favorite Vader line is actually "It's too late for me, son," because that's actually Anakin speaking right there for the first time in years. Instead of if it was Vader, he would say something like yeah, the Emperor's your master. That's because you see a little conflict between Anakin Vader in that little scene. So that's
I think it's like I think it's that really conflicted like father-son conversation though.
yeah.
Because when you talk about it, it's just like it's too late for me, son. It's sad to hear that.
Yeah.
Like you're like gut wrenching. You're like, oh my god, no, it's not.
I like one of the theories out there that Vader wasn't really that evil. So it kind of got ruined with Obi-Wan, but there was this theory. It was like, we didn't really truly see ruthless Vader until the first Death Star blew up. Because at this point, he had served with a lot of those troopers. Those were his guys, people he served with for years. And they all just blew up by a bunch of rebels.
Vaporized.
I mean, if you think about it, you're talking about several 100,000 stormtroopers were on that battle station.
Yeah.
I mean, Grand Moff Tarkin was somebody he was working with since the Clone Wars. They met during the Clone Wars. We learned that these are people he knew for ages.
Yeah.
Because he didn't kill all those guys in the hallway. Seeing that first one, that was them, but Rogue One kind of did also, have him slaughtering people like they were nothing. But
yeah,
there was a theory that that's when we got more ruthless Vader, was he was upset because of that. And that's why he started hiring bounty hunters and getting more ruthless, trying to find and track them down.
I mean, you still got, I feel like you got ruthless Vader even when he was on the hunt for Obi-Wan, because the moment he snapped that kid's neck.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like the shows kind of brought him a little more, they kind of ruined that theory of
But I think it was really good to see the ruthless side of him, hunting Obi-Wan, because that was his mission. That was his thing that he wanted for so long, was to find the man who basically took away the human.
He's been looking for you for a long time.
Yeah,
exactly. It's I'm not the Jedi you're looking for. Yeah, you are.
I saw a video the other day.
You cut my legs off.
Whatchamacallit, where he was why he was crying on Mustafar in that one scene when he sheds a single teardrop, and it was just he had that moment of I'm pausing and realizing everything I've done right here. It's too far.
Yeah.
It's he's at the end of the Clone Wars. He just ended it, and what did it cost?
Everything.
An arm and a leg.
What's funny is there is a set of that scene.
I have that one.
Yep.
It's in the bin.
I was recreating it.
I have about 70% of the 1999 releases, because when they came out, it was the year after I got the VHS, and I was like, yes. I've got him in the woods with the 2 speeder bikes flying around him. I've got Vader from the other half of that scene somewhere. Yep. I've got him. I've got the Gungan one where it's Jar Jar and Qui-Gon with the
little droid, 2 stabs, the 2 droids. I have the 1999 Darth Vader's type. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right behind me somewhere.
The one that came with the Y-Wing?
Yeah.
I got that one too.
Yep.
And I said, I got all those first wave.
I never had that.
Just a Star Wars geek out this episode. This was fun.
See, the only if anything Darth Vader I was able to buy the buildable Darth Vader figure. Up there, at the top with the removable helmet.
Oh yeah.
I found the one with the removable helmet at a comic book store, and I was like, I want this. I'm selling it for $50. I'm sold. Let me buy this from you right now. I am so getting this. And then right along here, this top row, just across.
Right.
That's all Vader. of Funkos.
I approve.
Like, I've got Snowman Vader up there. That was a must.
Oh yes, the lovely Snowman Vader.
I have him and his little mini one because they came out with an advent calendar for Funko Pops, and Star Wars was one of them. So they came out with a little mini one. But I got a lot of the Darth Vader ones in there, including Darth Vader in a TIE fighter.
I want that.
I was lucky enough to get that one. I've got, of course, Darth Vader in the meditation chamber.
I have that one.
And then there's a couple of the chrome ones I have. I have a couple of the chrome colored ones.
Yeah, so do I.
But there's a couple of more. My friends keep finding Darth Vader pops everywhere. There's the big one just over there.
Oh, the jumbo size one?
I have a jumbo. Well, the jumbo one is big. I got the one that lights up.
Ah, okay.
With the pressable head, and then, of course, the base lights up. And then my PC build. So I'm currently working on a PC build where it's all red. And it's basically a Darth Vader build PC. That I cannot wait for because I'm a sucker for it. But yeah, no, a lot of the stuff. Shoot, I forgot this was on my desk.
Oh yeah.
Little Darth Vader soda. It's not the Chase. My friend gave it to me. He was like, "It's not the Chase." I was like, "Dude, that's fine. I'll take it."
As long as Vader. As long as it's Vader.
As long as it's Vader, I'm all for it.
Yep. Got my Vader shirt too on me right here.
I need my Vader shirt.
That's actually.
I've got Vader on it, which I'm fine with. Like,
actually, this is a Return of Jedi shirt. You can see the Death Star 2 and Endor below him right there. You can't. You can barely see the trees though, but yeah.
I like how you just reenacted the scene that is now on your shirt.
Yeah. Actually, my niece picked out this shirt.
She's got good taste.
So.
Yeah, no, majority of the stuff that I have is all Darth Vader. My mom has now gotten to the point where it's anything that she sees that's Darth Vader related, she's starting to buy. She's like, I know you love coffee, so here's a coffee mug with Darth Vader on it. And of course, it's like, I like my coffee on the dark side. Oh, this is perfect. That's great.
Speaking of which, I do have a Darth Vader pin right here of Obi-Wan, of them fighting right here.
Oh, that's too cool.
Yeah, of them fighting right there.
I think
I bought Ken his first Kenobi Funko Pop, didn't I? When it came out, didn't I get you the one off your Amazon list?
I think you did.
It was one of the ones. It was Kenobi. You were like, I don't have a Kenobi. And then you're like, oh, hey, thanks, man. Ken and I, we've been like this for years now.
I know we're both looking at our Funkos right now, seeing what
it's like, which one do we have? Do you have the Darth Vader concept series?
I do. I have 2 of them.
So,
do you know how many Funkos you have?
Total of 70.
Well, do you use the app to track them?
No.
You should. I have that. So you scan them in. I have, let's see. I don't know, not my wish list.
Yeah, because I have 2 Darth Vader arts. I have the Hoth one, and I believe it's the Empire symbol one. I have the Gold Vader, another gold one, the Vader comic, and I have a Darth Vader Valentine one.
So I've got the Darth Vader comic. I've got its Valentine.
222 Funkos.
I've got the GameStop exclusive where it was combined with the Bounty Hunters. I've got the Snowman, Mini Snowman, 2 concepts. I got a gold one that came from Walmart, gold plated, red chrome, silver chrome. I can't remember what the other one that I've got. I've got all 5 of the different Darth Vader arts, including the Mustafar, Bespin, Endor, and Mustafar, Hoth, Bespin, Endor. I've got his. I've got the Empire symbol one. I've got him on a TIE fighter. I've got the die-cast Darth Vader.
Oh.
I don't have the silver die-cast. I just have the metal one.
Okay.
I've got the one from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yep, I have that. One.
I don't have the one where his helmet's torn because that's a new one that just came out.
Do you have gingerbread?
I do have that one. I have the snowman one.
Gingerbread.
He's got like gingerbread drawing on his face. That's why I thought it was gingerbread. It is a snowman, I guess.
Let's see.
Oh, it's sticks. Sticks make his mask.
The meditation chamber, and then I have the one where his helmet's off from Return of the Jedi. And I have the 2 light up ones that are over there, and the Funko one, the Funko soda. So I've got my fair share of Darth Vader in this room, and my wife's just like, "You have a real good love for bad guys." I was like, "I just love Vader. I think his concept of a character is really amazing because not only that, it really dwells into what's so weird." And I'm not going to dwell into this because I don't want it to go that far into the podcast. But it really, it's Darth Vader is like a conceptualized idea of men's mental health in a way.
Yeah.
Because it's like you start off being this one person and then you become someone completely different. And then after all the loss and the struggle, you kind of come back to who you are, only to see yourself. It's almost like I'll bring in a quote from The Dark Knight. You either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself turn into the villain, which is a line that Harvey Dent says in the movie, which I think really ties into Darth Vader's character beautifully, because it's like he suffered as long as he could living as the bad guy, but he died as a hero, which is really unique for his character base. And then seeing him in Ahsoka is just amazing.
And that is why he's my favorite character.
He's a good guy. Ugh.
Especially when you see him actually like pop up a silhouette in Ahsoka. You're like, you cannot go out without a Darth Vader like walk out.
I've got my theories on him there.
Speaking of that, I may have not made a video about that.
Oh,
my theory on this one
of him walking, all of a sudden the flashes of Vader. I may have not made a video about it. I may not post it tomorrow, but who knows?
Keep an eye on that.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, I've got my theories about Anakin in that show and what he's become.
But no.
God.
See? Told you.
He's the father.
I know that.
He's absolutely the father now. He is the Force God.
A lot of people saying he is.
He's got to be.
Oh, you're talking about the Mortis gods, yes.
Yeah. He absolutely took the mantle of the father at this point, and that's why he's able to appear to Ahsoka in the Path Between Worlds and pull her back in.
Oh, absolutely. I just think it's funny now that the son and the daughter are finally there after the 9th movie. No, I'm just kidding. I was like, are we kidding though? No,
God, they building such a good story with them and what Balin's character was doing, and now we got a hole. He did a great job in that movie.
Absolutely.
For the show.
Oh man, I love Ray Stevenson.
He did a great job.
He's
done a lot of things, but I think he did a really good job as Balin.
Absolutely.
Let's do it for him, guys.
All right.
Oh, are we doing like a wands up, like when Michael Gambon passed away, but we're doing it for Ray Stevenson?
We're giving
I'll do both of mine.
Echo, turn off office lamp.
I gotta turn off my light. Hang on.
It's gonna be dark.
It's gonna be dark for me. Hang on. All right.
Hold on, don't do it.
I am in the dark.
I gotta turn off my light. Jesus. Hold on.
You can't see
I pray that my lightsaber lights up.
Back in my gaming mode. All right. To Ray Stevenson, who played Balin Skull, may the force be with you.
Always.
Always.
I knew it was gonna do it.
Let's get down.
I don't know why, but this is the coolest moment on our
to
stream.
defeat the Sith.
This is too funny.
In the pure darkness of my room.
If only I put the white blade on here.
I knew my Galaxy Lightsaber was gonna mess up a little bit. I knew it was gonna do it.
This
Yeah, you just need
Galaxy.
to change the batteries.
I had
like
to-
I did.
I had to change the battery. That was
Echo, turn on my office lamp.
I can't please show the man my office lamp. Which one did you want?
Office lamp? Stupid. She's like, a few things share the name office lamp. Which one did you want? Office lamp? And it worked.
Yeah, no, dude, this was awesome. We did talk about, there was a conversation about Lego in there, so that's good. I mean, the show wouldn't be called Brick at Night for nothing.
Maybe I'll show up for May the 4th next year.
Listen,
Right? Shoot.
I think we're gonna do
See
something
how
fun
far
for
we-
that.
Hopefully. Before we wrap up, dude, definitely tell us, man, where can everyone find you?
They can find me on TikTok at MaxATAT.
It's simple as that, ladies and gentlemen.
If you want to join us on Discord, just hit him up.
Exactly. As for us, Jake and I are live on Thursdays at 9 p.m. unless there are some people who have special accommodations, as we had last week for Galen the Builder. But next week, Jake will not be on the episode. Next week's episode is going to be aired solo with me, and we're going to be bringing on Bricks and Bionicles. Scotty
doesn't know that the Lego and me building in my van.
I was about to say, you really think of those words. But Scotty's going to be joining us on the podcast next week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That man is out in Canada, so I have no idea what time zone that man's in.
He's in
But-
that time zone.
Are you in our time zone? Well, I mean, Canada's in different
I
sections.
think Scotty's
too.
in the Nova Scotia area.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Might actually be an hour ahead of us.
But not only can you be watching our podcast on the ELPN network, which is our sponsors, of course. ELPN was gracious enough to, at the start of the season, to bring us on to their network. So we are very, very grateful for them. And Rob, Jesus, Zane popped up earlier and messaged in the chat. Yeah, he did. I popped the message up earlier. Too busy to notice our sponsor, bro.
I'm just so busy chatting and chat. Oh, there's Block Studios.
There you go. But
Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, help us grow. We are at 81 followers right now on TikTok. Instagram's having a little more success, I believe, the last time I checked. We have, oh no, only 68. Never mind.
gonna keep it simple.
Like, follow, subscribe. We post some funny shit sometimes.
We just came out with a new intro video as well as a brand new shorts outro video, so stay tuned for that, of course. You can catch our podcast episode airing on Saturdays at 10 a.m. You'll see that on Spotify as well as on Apple Podcast. Brick at Night on ELPN is the channel that you're wanting to definitely look for. Please share, like, follow, subscribe.
Don't forget
Talk
to
to a
like and
friend.
subscribe at Brick at Night.
Exactly. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be closing it out. And just because I did the intro for Max, somebody gets to do the outro for the evening.
From all of us here at Brick at Night. Nighty night.